On Naira oil spillage judgments, Akwa Ibom Monarch wants NNPC mobile against Renage. Okay, police open up on killing of Kaduna students during protest. Lagos Assembly orders local governments to stop extorting courier operators and dispatch riders. No fraudulent dealings in plans to acquire Dangote refinery shares. That's from the NNPC. Biafra, Odudua, those calling for Nigeria's breakup are same with Boko Haram. Gumi. Establishment of technology, health universities, Hiriwa kicks as Buhari snobs Southeast. Real reasons Buhari cancelled medical trip to London, Bangushe. Also, Usifo Ataga. Family reveals how Chidinma, other accomplices killed Super TV CEO. One more headline from here. Tension in Oshu community as gunmen attack kidnap Fulani settler. Those are headlines from Daily Post.
From Daily Trust, tuition protest. Kaduna denies deploying operatives to suppress students. COVID-19, federal government extends travel ban at South Africa to list. Or South Africa Airlines to list. Nigeria prepares for third wave of COVID-19. Road crashes kill 2,233 Nigerians in 4 months. Tension in Lagos as Igboho insists on July the 3rd Yoruba Nation rally. How Kaduna Abuja train passengers got stranded in bush. Some things don't add up. And as on, I can see the Usufo guy there. ACF puts northern lawmakers on alert. DSS arrests killers of Uni Lawrence student raped to death. Student protesting tuition hike shot dead in Kaduna. One killed as masquerade attacks worshippers in Oshu Mosque. New revenue sharing formula ready this year. Federal government. Boy 14 drowns in Kano Pond. While Nigeria is yet to resume flights to Dubai, Sarika Aduda urges federal FCT indigenous tribes and peace unity. One more. The CBN releases 50,000 metric tons of maize to 12 companies to crash price.
Punch newspaper, border corruption, security agents, smugglers worsen subsidy crisis, flouts Buhari's orders. PDP threatens litigation as APC opens talks with 3 governors. Osun Mosque attack worshippers attempted unmasking our masquerade, says custodian, government vows sanction. Alleged killers of raped Uni Lawrence students arrested. Bernard militias suspected kidnappers buildings. Police arrest to wife. We hid inside dressing room to avoid being attacked in Yimba. Robbers steal 13 million naira from parked vehicle. Disposes POS operators, bank customers. EFCC naps travel agents over alleged 4.2 million naira visa scam. More headlines from a Punch newspaper this morning from the Metro side. Robbers raid Osun Christian Corpers Lodge, injure 6, steal 130,000 naira. Diesel price jumps to 280 naira. LCCI says inflation will rise. Reps to summon FIRS, fault banks as $30 billion revenue probe begins. And finally, Senate tears apart NSITF management, alleges agency embezzles 84 billion naira.
From Premium Times, reps investigate $30 billion alleged revenue leakage. Students shot dead, 2 others injured during protest against fee hike in Kaduna. Why social media must be regulated. GBEMISOLA court to hear EFCC's application for final forfeiture of funds linked to patient Jonathan. Alright, see some more headline from Premium Times. Insurgency has killed almost 350,000 in Northeast. UNDP. Don't leave National Assembly broke, Adogbe tells lawmakers. Well, let's take another one here from the Guardian newspaper. Reps tackle financial institutions over alleged $30 billion forex revenue leakages. How graft impedes smooth trade. Contract packed by Oshibajo. Senate indicts NSITF management over 84 billion naira misappropriated in 4 years. Umorin's alleged killer, Uduak Akpan, to be prosecuted soon. Reps caucus parleys Northern Governors Monarch, or Monarchs on PIB, Right, let's see some more from The Guardian. Travelers ditch summer travel over multiple tests. 100% hike in airfares. Federal government to remove over 30,000 shipwrecks from coastline. Still some more from The Guardian. Combating poverty amid rising restiveness, unemployment. Another one here. Stakeholders canvass railway reform as Abuja-Kaduna Trail suffers another breakdown. Let's look at the business side of The Guardian. Ado Modular Refinery finalizes crude sale contract for operations. Rising cost of doing business dampens SMEs' optimism. Local airlines to commence regional London operations. Right, let me take two more here before we see another paper. Lagos Assembly asks Sanwo-Olu to rein in excesses of local government, and 2023 when demand for governorship slots raises Enugu's political ante.
All right, from the Independent newspaper, NRC apologizes to passengers over Kaduna-Abuja train failure. Federal government decries hitches in accessing more COVID-19 vaccines. Military, civil authorities battle over leadership of proposed agency. Also from Independent newspaper this morning. CBN releases 50,000 metric tons of maize to Obasanjo farms and 11 other farms. APC youths recommend progressives induction. Also from Independent newspaper this morning, NIJ floats. Okay, I'll take another headline there. Let me see if there are more headlines from Independent newspaper. Group asks Senate to reject Onoche's nomination. Ensure accountability at your local government. Omo Agege. Enugu government issues stop work order on illegal construction. Obey court judgments. ERA FOEN urges NNPC. Okay, those are headlines from Independent newspaper.
Right, and from your insights, don't disrespect Olubado's authority about the Mogaji's warn indigent residents. We'll go on a short break. We'll be back.
My name is Deta Lover Joe Mapel. Any wolf I go know I'm well. Oh, MTN Pulse don't come ring my bell. What's this I hear of data just for the night? You see, I'm a very, very big guy, but I don't joke with my giggy bites. So MTN get the free guy with this data plan for the midnight. 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. 2 gig, oh boy, I can live the life. TikTok is ready to go. Oh boy, I'm feeling fine because 11 to 6 in the morning. IG TikTok falling. 2 gig there for me. MTN Pulse, yes, of course,
MTN Pulse. Do you dial *406# to join?
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Titan Farms, Titan Rice, Nigeria. Homemade rice with good price. I don't want correct rice. When you get stone, Titan Rice. Better rice. Make you go buy your own. Titan Rice.
Oh yes, Titan Rice is a non-mushy, non-sticky and no-stone Nigerian-made rice. Titan Rice is available for nationwide distribution. For inquiry, please call 0906 007 9714 or visit our website via www.titanfarms.org. You can also earn a fortune by investing with Titan Farms today and earn great returns on your investment. Incredible, isn't it? What are you waiting for? Visit our office today at Titan Farms House, opposite Motor Dealers Association car lot, Akala Express, off New Garage, Ibadan. Titan Rice, a product of Titan Farms.
Better rice. Make you go buy your own. Titan Rice.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa nípa ìlànà à ń tẹ̀lé láwọn pápákọ̀ òfurufú tó fẹ́ gbà sọdá sílẹ̀ òkèèrè? lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí United Nations Volunteer Research Group pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ FMH International HR ń ṣe research lórí ẹ̀dùn ọkàn àti ìpèníjà tẹ́ ẹ bá ní. questionnaires táwọn òṣìṣẹ́ FMH bá fún yín lágbègbè yín lẹ́ ó ṣàlàyé ìrírí yín sí.
fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ kàn sí wọn ní 3rd and 9th floor Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn.
telephone 0817 4444 627
àti 081 68 73 7222.
With Airtel Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the Airtel HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified Airtel shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
32 FM
94.9.
Welcome back from that break. It's the Breakdown newspaper review on 32 FM 94.9. We take headlines from the dailies. We get to analyze the major headlines as well. We are also usually joined by an analyst in the studio. But before we get to that, you can join us live on YouTube this morning. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. You can drop your comments there before we open the phone lines later on the show. Welcome on board once again. My name is GBEMISOLA. SOYEMI.
Thank you for staying tuned. I am OLUTAYO OGUNADE.
Right, have this headline from Punch newspaper. Border corruption, security agents, smugglers worsen subsidy crisis, flout Buhari's order. Facts have emerged about how security agents and border communities aid smuggling of petroleum products, thus worsening the fuel subsidy crisis in the country. Our correspondents, that's the Punch, who visited border communities in Ogun, Adamawa, Katsina, Sokoto, Borno, Taraba, and Kwara states, observed how security agents turned a blind eye to petroleum products smugglers after receiving bribes from them. I recall that the president had, in a memo issued through the Nigeria Customs Service in 2019, ordered that petroleum products should not be supplied to petrol stations within 20 kilometers of borders as part of efforts to check the smuggling of the products. Border corruption, security agents, smugglers worsen subsidy crisis, flout Buhari's order. That's from Punch newspaper. We are joined in the studio this morning by Austin Idumo. Good morning to you, Austin Idumo.
Good morning, Gwen. Thank you, Tayo. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Austin.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes, I think the situation is worsening, especially around the border community, because security agency operatives have not been active and alive to their responsibility. All what they do is just to collect normal taxes, in terms looking at the place like a toll gate to be able to rake in money for their personal need. And that is not the primary purpose for the border surveillance, because when the president made that particular declaration, I think sometimes last year, the purpose was to curb smuggling, especially that of PMS, out of the country. But if you look at the situation now, of course, NNPC repeatedly has come out to say that, subsidy is going up because of the activity of smugglers, those who feel that when PMS is subsidized in Nigeria, they take it outside the shore of the country, especially our neighboring West Africa country, to sell this product at a very exorbitant price. We have passed through this particular route before. When the subsidy regime was the order of the day in Nigeria before now, this was also the situation wherein some of the petroleum products that may have been paid for by the special government in terms of subsidy to marketers at that time are lifted, or some of them do not even get into the shores of the country at all. And that has been the problem that was characterized by the subsidy regime at that particular point in time. We felt that the coming on board of this particular administration, and at the initial they said there was nothing like subsidy. We thought that things would have by now improved for good as far as smuggling of refined petroleum products is concerned, because we are readily at a disadvantage. That is what it means. We export the crude. We have to buy at an exorbitant price. Don't forget there is devaluation of naira, and there is also high exchange rate that as we speak now. And don't also forget the crude price is also on the increase in the global market. So all of this will add to the landing cost of PMS in the country, and it's a form of disservice when security operative and host community aid and abet smugglers, especially that of petroleum products outside the country. So I think the federal government should deploy more of security surveillance to be able to arrest this ugly trend, because NNPC has come out to say that we now pay subsidy on a daily basis 5.58 billion naira on a daily basis. It is not sustainable. Even during the time subsidy was prevalent in Nigeria, we didn't get close to this amount that we are doing now. NNPC has also come out that our daily fuel consumption now in Nigeria is 103 million per day. How do you justify that? So definitely something is wrong somewhere. There is a leakage somewhere. There is saboteurs somewhere who are sabotaging the system, because fuel consumption, daily fuel consumption in Nigeria before used to be like 60 million. I think sometimes last year. So how
did we arrive?
How do we arrive at 103 million per day, irrespective of Saturday, Sunday? Of course, vehicular activity ordinarily will reduce on weekend because people who do not go to work will have to stay
and the petroleum minister cannot find a solution to this.
The petroleum minister cannot find. In short, the substantive petroleum minister, Mr. President, is even missing in action as far as all of this is concerned. And we must say this morning, this was not the petroleum ministry President Muhammadu Buhari promised Nigeria before he got into power. There have been a lot of secrecy. It's still in the operation of NNPC, even in the entire management of the downstream oil sector in Nigeria. So we must do things transparently, because
he said it is very difficult to fight corruption in a democracy.
Of course, that is the concern is clear as far as that is concerned. Once in a while, we have to empathize with the government, because in the military regime, of course, you just have to by decree put everybody in jail. But in democracy, even suspects have protection as far as the constitution is concerned, because you are innocent until proven guilty. And this proven guilty that we are talking about, you must prove your case beyond reasonable doubt. You are the one that allege, and you have to prove, unlike some other advanced country where an accused person will be the one to prove his or her innocent. So of course the challenges are there, the lacunas are there, but as the president or this administration been able to fight corruption holistically in the real sense of it, impartially, without minding whether somebody belongs to my party or what have you. So I think the government must deal with the situation frontally, because paying over 150 billion naira subsidy per month is not sustainable as far as the Nigeria economy is concerned. That's the truth of the matter.
Didn't we say that one person cannot fight corruption? But can we at least strengthen the system?
Of course, we can strengthen the system.
And make the process transparent enough.
That is what we are talking about. Oil business in Nigeria is not as transparent. This was what the president complained about during his electionary campaign, that when he is voted into office as the president, he will open the books in the NNPC. Like I have said earlier, 103 million litre of PMS consumption per day is fictitious. That is the way it looks like.
But then how did we get to using or consuming such? It means there's a need for it.
That is what the NNPC and the government is saying now, that there are some security operatives at the border posts that are aiding and abetting smugglers. This PMS come into the country, the NNPC will pay for it in form of subsidy. Then how come, since NNPC is the sole importer of PMS, so these are explanation the oil corporation owe Nigerians, because now it is no longer subsidy to marketers. Before now, it used to be subsidy to marketers. Now, NNPC is importing and doing the subsidy on their own.
Subsidy to who now?
Subsidy to who? That is why some people have also conversed at the same time that, this is under recovery. But it is no longer under recovery. The government has been able to come out clearly that yes, we are back to the subsidy regime. That is the differential between the landing cost and the official pump price and what it should be. That is what the subsidy that the government is paying. So how come we still have people within the system who take this product outside the country to make profit at the detriment of the government and the people of the country? So I think the government has to do more as far as this is concerned.
We are blaming security operatives at the border posts for this smuggling.
Of course, in as much as we want to say this is the activity of the security operative at the border post, what has the government put in place? Strengthening the system. If we talked about PMS smuggling across the border 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I think it is a disservice if we still talk about it now. What has the government been able to put in place to stop this bad element? Can you entirely rule that out? Of course, no. But what has the government put in place in terms of strengthening the system? Is the government even sincere with the oil management in the country? Is the government sincere? These are things that I think the government had to look at critically, because it is not just enough to pass the buck and blame the security operative. Who control the security operative, for example? So you weigh the big stick.
Let's move on. Insurgency has killed almost 350,000 in Northeast. UNDP. Insurgency-related conflicts claimed the lives of almost 350,000 lives in the northeastern part of the country, or of Nigeria, up till the end of 2020. A new report of the United Nations Development Program, UNDP, has said. The report said insurgency directly resulted to the death of 350,000 people in the 3 states in the region, while an estimated 314,000 died from indirect causes in the entire northeast region.
Well, if you look at this particular figure, it could be a conservative figure. Of course, it's based on statistics and reports by this organization. It's so sad that this is the situation we find ourselves, wherein over 350,000 people have lost their life as a result of insurgency. We are talking about the Northeast alone. We are not looking at other areas of insecurity. There was a report sometimes last year that says that people die more on a daily basis in Nigeria than Syria or Somalia, who are in extreme war situation, who are at the war zone. So these are things the government can work on. Before, it used to be insurgency, Boko Haram. At a time, it was even limited to about 3 states, Yobe, Adamawa, and Borno, which used to be the epic center even till today. But how come we have a spillage of insecurity here and there? There was a time Boko Haram, they were fragmented. We talked about technically defeating them and what have you. And at the end of the day, the Nigerian troops did a fantastic job at that time. They were almost dislodged from the Sambisa forest. They had to go to some other places to regroup. Before the banditry activity in Niger State, we saw a video where Boko Haram had to come together in form of prayer. They shot the video. And we said, look, Boko Haram is not only restricted alone for Nigeria today to the northeastern part of the country. We have some of their elements in the northwest. We have some of their elements in the north central. And recent activity, killing, insecurity, banditry, and what have you, have suggested that, yes, Boko Haram is no longer restricted or limited to the northeastern part of the country. So this figure, what the government can do, I know the government can come out to dispute this figure or to look at it as, oh, they are not supporting the country or what have you. The truth of the matter is that people still die on a daily basis from this activity of Boko Haram. And look at the latest reunion between members of the ISWAP and the conventional Boko Haram. You know, at the time we said this was not the regular Boko Haram that we were used to in Nigeria over 10 years ago. But today we are having a multidimensional angle to this Boko Haram crisis that we have. How do they get their recruit? How come they kill people just like that? Military bases have become like soft targets. Nigerian military have been doing well. Let them do better. Let the federal government provide the equipment, because there were issues of lack of sophisticated equipment to actually be able to defeat them.
You just said, how do they get their recruit?
Yeah.
Of course, you know us.
Of course, I know. Babagana Zulum has repeatedly come out to tell us that, oh, these people, they even offer soft loan to get their recruit. And we have poverty, massive poverty, socio-cultural and economic problem ravaging the northern part of the country. So these are factors I think the government can put together. And another thing that has also not really helped us is this rehabilitation and reintegration back into the society, because it has proven to be counterproductive. Because when people kill people for like 5-6 years and they claim to have been repentant, and at the end of the day you integrate them into the society, they serve as informant to those who are still fighting, and the purpose was defeated at that particular.
It's looking like a long thing.
Yes, we want the federal government. It's not as if we can't defeat this war completely, but I think we need to change our modus operandi to be able to address the challenges that we have as far as insurgency is concerned. We can defeat terrorism in Nigeria. Our Nigerian military, they are capable of defeating terrorism. Of course, if we need international help, we should seek for international help, but we must take advantage of whatever situation we have at our disposal to be able to quell them.
Talking about international help, UK to spend 12.6 million pounds to support Nigeria and other countries to battle against Boko Haram and insurgency in the Lake Chad Basin. That's according to the British Foreign Secretary. Other countries are Cameroon, Niger, and Chad. The federal government is waging war against terrorists in Borno, Yobe, and Adamawa. 12.6 million pounds. That's what the UK is planning to commit to support Nigeria.
Yes, in as much as that could be commendable, let us also look at some of the areas and means by which this bad element they get their weapon. Of course, I know they don't place order through the legal and conventional weapon market, but what they do is to get their weapon illegally. So let the UK government too, apart from making funds available for us to be able to buy weapons and defeat them, let them also help us in the area of intelligence. And I think Nigerian government, for example, should seek international collaboration, international help. The other time when we have multinational joint task force, it really worked for us. Babagana Zulum has repeatedly advised the federal government to bring in mercenaries to be able to fight this battle. Before Jonathan left, mercenaries, they did a very good job at that particular point in time. When this administration came, they said, no, we are not going to do that. Don't also forget, before we hire mercenary, we must look at the pros and the cons, because these are fortune fighters. They don't fight for anything. They fight to make money. That is what they do. So I agree that Nigerian government must be careful. But the point I'm making really is that wherever we need help, let us get help. Whatever that can work for us in terms of partnership and collaboration, let us look at it. Idris Deby, before he died, also complained repeatedly that Nigeria is not moving as far as Chad was moving at that time. However, I think Nigerian troops, we must give it to them, but there is need for synergy, there is need for collaboration, there is need for partnership. So the UK government, commendation to them, but they should go beyond just making this fund available. Let them also help us through the means of technology to be able to deploy resources.
Is Nigeria ready for such kind of help?
That's the issue. Until you realize that you need help. You know, the president, I think about 3 days ago, came out to say that illicit drug is even worse than drug smuggling or drug peddling. Is even worse than banditry and terrorism.
That is another conversation for another day.
You understand? So these are beliefs, perception. How did the government, how did the president, those in government view this, for example?
I recall that we took this headline even last year. The mercenaries, they vowed not to help Nigeria
again. So this is what we are. Okay, look at the body language of the government, for example. How about the allegation against Dr. Issa Pantami? You understand? He made comments some years ago, and he said he was an adolescent at that time, or what have you, maybe was too young, and he has now repented, and those in government came out to defend him. Why not allow such a man to step aside, of course, for investigation? And if you think that he accepted that he indeed made those divisive and inflammatory statements at that particular point in time. So what other evidence does the government need to let him go? And even if he has to go, What does that mean? Does that cost Nigeria anything for us to allow him to go? I'm looking at public perception, our own image, the body language of those in government, even in the international community. Because when you call for help, people want to see your own effort. What have you been able to do?
We need to go on a break now. El Rufai is going through a lot in Kaduna. When we return, we'll talk about Kaduna State.
With Airtel Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the Airtel HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified Airtel shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
The lights are on and the stage is set for the next music sensation. Who will be the next Nigerian idol? Watch the live performances every Sunday at 7 p.m. and keep your favorite contestant only by voting. Vote via SMS by texting VOTE and your favorite contestant's number to 32053. Each SMS costs 30 Naira. You can also vote for free on the website africamagic.tv/Nigerian Idol or get a woof votes by downloading the My DSTV or My GoTV app for more voting power. Keep your fave in the game. Voting starts on Sundays and ends Wednesdays. Nigerian Idol, sponsored by Techno Mobile and Biggie Drinks.
Hey, why did you put it in the pot like that? You're supposed to break it first.
Says who? This is how I cook my pasta. Besides, it's golden penny pasta. It's non-sticky, so it doesn't matter.
But I want to cook it with meatballs mixed with pepper sauce and cheese.
Go ahead and enjoy your golden penny pasta just the way you want it. Golden penny pasta is made with durum wheat, which contains protein, and it's non-sticky, so you can cook, serve, and eat just the way you want it. With golden penny pasta, your way is best.
Guy, you don't see that new funny video for Twitter? That one with the boy. You mean this one? What of that brother Shaggy news kit where they circulate WhatsApp? Oh, this one. What of that meme where the guy
when mouth open like this, ba?
Mr. No Ito, which data you they use know all these things?
Now Glow new data plans get me.
Are you serious?
With just 50 Naira, and they get 50 MB. And with just 100 Naira, and they get 150 MB. We have to use chat or browse on top Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, and even Snapchat. Don't dull yourself, oh. Dial *777# now. Make you begin the browse, they go.
Glow Unlimited.
32 FM
94.9.
Thank you for staying tuned. 32 FM 94.9 Breaker newspaper review. Tuition protest. Kaduna denies deploying operatives to suppress students. That's from Daily Trust. Kaduna state government has refuted reports that it deployed security operatives to suppress protesting students at the state's own College of Education, which led to the death of a student. It comes hours after a student among hundreds protesting hike in school fees was shot as security operatives attempted to forcefully disperse the protesters. The question I asked earlier was, don't we even have a right to protest in this country
Have
anymore?
we criminalized protest in this country?
So that at least we can know it's in the law that we cannot protest.
Yes, it has not been officially criminalized, but those in government technically have criminalized peaceful protests in Nigeria. We talk about economic hardship in the country. This is even a time to reduce tuition fee for those states across the country that have indiscriminately and arbitrarily increased their tuition fee. If logic or reasoning must prevail, this is the best time to reduce tuition fee, because the purchasing power of the people have been weakened by economic factors and economic challenges in the country. That is on one hand. The government has also come out of Kaduna State that they didn't deploy security operative to suppress them. Then who fired the shot? Who killed the student?
Well, what were the security operatives deployed
to
do?
Of course, they will be most time they deploy security operative on occasions like that to ensure that the protest number one will not be hijacked, and the protest is peaceful and is restricted to legitimate protesters, for example. But we have found out that a security operative in Nigeria, they are not very professional in handling protests in the country. That is the reason why we continue to have fatality as a result of peaceful protests in the country. If you have to shoot somebody in the head, for example, it means that you are not dispersing them. You understand? There's a way you shoot to disperse people. You shoot into the air. But repeatedly, we have seen that in Nigeria, security operative killing people at every slightest provocation. I think that is uncalled for. We must learn from advanced country. I can never forget during our own NSAS protests in Nigeria, people were being killed all across the country for just about 2 weeks. We know the number of fatalities, apart from the Lekki shooting, we know the number of fatality. A country like Okong, a small country for that matter, protested for 18 months. The people were on the street. Only 2 people died within 18 months. And the government had to come out to apologize to the people. So if the protest of Kaduna students yesterday snowball little today, which means that before the end of today, most likely 1 or 2 others will also go down. So for how long are we going to continue like that?
Kaduna State has one of the highest rates of out-of-school children. One will expect that such a state will be committed to, making public education affordable, accessible to people.
Yes, education must be qualitative and also accessible to the people. If you look at El-Rufai administration, we must situate the whole thing the way it is. In terms of budget performance on education, he has been doing fantastically well. I think he's the first governor in Nigeria that has done close to the 26% budget ratio by the standard of the United Nations. So El-Rufai has committed a lot of money to education in Kaduna State. I don't know this adamant posture of the governor, the body language that, I can do anything and get away with it. Once I take my decision, no negotiation, I won't back down, nobody can do that. I think it's more of ego and character thing. So let the governor look at this issue properly. Like I said, it is peculiar to Kaduna today, but this is issue that has to do with most states in Nigeria. Come down to Southwest, for example, tuition fee is another thing. In Oyo State recently, the governor had to slash the tuition fee for the state-owned university. That is how it should be. It was in Ondo State during the election that Akeredolu had to bring down the tuition fee. After the election, what happened? So these are issues. If we are running state, most students in state-owned institutions are children of civil servants, state civil servants. So where do they get the money from? Most of the time, their salaries are not even being paid.
Why some of us query, the need for a second term. Most of these people become rascally when they get a second term shot, and so they feel that I do not need your vote anymore, and so I can do whatever I like.
Yes, there was a time in Nigeria that the former president wanted to amend the constitution to allow for a single term of 6 years in office. See, it has to do with the personality and those that are involved. If you look at El-Rufai, for example, even as FCT minister, El-Rufai have always been controversial. So even right from his first time in office, he has always been controversial. So I don't think the situation in Kaduna is about the second time of Governor Nasir El-Rufai. But if we want to canvass for a single time, I think that is a different issue entirely, which I think, in my view, will be the best for the country. So whether you do well or not, at the end of 6 years or 5 years, you pack your load and go home. Another person will have to be in the process. I think El-Rufai should do the needful in Kaduna State. We regret that particular loss of life, and our heart goes to the family. Let our security operative be more civil in their dealing and be more professional. It is not every time. What happened to water canister, tear gas canister, pepper spray, water, for example? During the Lekki protest, we were made to understand that it was only Lagos that has this pepper spray. Lagos and Abuja. Lagos, maybe the first headquarters in Abuja. So these are issues. I think Nigeria will have to look at it. Live ammunition should not be deployed to a venue of a peaceful protest.
All right, let's move on to, should we go to Osun State or Benue State?
We also need to open the phone lines. I don't know how we're going to juggle the time. But one killed as masquerade attacks worshippers in Osun Mosque.
And this one, Benue State, corrupt politicians are running to APC for protection. That's from the Benue State Governor, Samuel Otom.
Yes, charity begins at home. The one in Osun State is still closer to us than that of Benue. The people that were conducting the masquerade, they said the worshipper wanted to forcefully unveil the identity of those in mask. I don't know how far that is true, but I do not think because of masquerade and traditional worship we should continue to lose life. We have advised times without number. Those that are involved in this thing should maintain decorum. There should be decency. Of course, we need to celebrate tradition. A situation where you have to invade a worship center and at the end of the day, one person killed in the process. Of course, Osun State Police Command has come out that investigation is still ongoing. All of this should stop. In your state too, when they are going out, they must cause trouble. It shouldn't always be. When you go out, people should celebrate the activity. We should celebrate culture. We should celebrate that tradition. If you see that they are coming, you have to divert. You have to start running away because you think
in
they are
some places you can't even come out for a couple of days.
You can't even come out for a couple of days. I think we should have gone beyond that before now. Then on autumn, he said the corrupt politician going to the ruling party. It has always been. I don't know what they are looking for, but one thing is interest. Autumn too has also cross-carpeted, not more than once. That is the truth of the matter. So whether before the end of his tenure he will still cross-carpet, we do not know. I think he's reacting to Matawali of Zamfara State. PDP has also threatened to go to court because of Matawali. PDP is just wasting their precious time. It cannot work because just last year a governor from the APC cross-carpeted to the PDP. That is politics. It's about selfish interest. And don't also forget, Matawali cannot win election in Zamfara State. That is the truth of the matter. After Yerima, 1999 to 2007, Mahmoud Shikafi was the deputy of Yerima. He took over from Yerima in 2007. Before 2011, he cross-carpeted to the PDP. They voted him out in 2011 election. So Zamfara has never voted for the PDP. So Matawali must have seen this handwriting on the wall. But I see a lot of people calling him name, abusing him because he want to cross carpet or what have you. Politicians will always go to a party that will better butter their bread. So it's not about the people. It's about their political ambition. It's about their selfish interest.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Ajay from Coca-Cola.
All right.
Good to have you, Alaji.
Yeah, I want to talk about this petroleum issue and the submission that security agency at the border are sabotaging the effort of the federal government. And I said no. It's a very many body that is sabotaging his own effort. And you see, we all love Ibe Kachuku. I, for one, I lauded the government of President Buhari for putting Ibe Kachuku in an NPC. And if you could remember, that was the first time the issue of NPC in Nigeria, the NPC declared profit. That was the first time in the issue of Nigeria and NPC that we know what goes out and what's coming every month. And what happened? Ibe Kachuku was made Minister of Petroleum for State instead of making substantive Minister of Petroleum. And you see, making Minister of State and the Karu, or the one that succeeded, there is the issue of all this issue that between him and Ibe Kachuku, and Ibe Kachuku was sacrificed for him. They didn't even consider him for second-term minister.
Thank you very much, Alaji. 0809 7949 0705 5949. You can also drop a comment on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan.
All right, Adeleke Adewale on YouTube. Good morning, everyone in the house. Thank you, Austin. I'm really enjoying your analysis. Omotolani Abiola Mubasharon, please, do we Nigerians really feel the impact of this subsidy in oil sector? For God's sake, what a bad system created by bad leadership and bad structure in this country. The issue of subsidy is a scam. Let's take this one here. Hello.
Yeah. Morning, Tayo. Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor.
Yeah, my name is Mr. Austin. Oh, God bless you. I want to disagree that it is those security personnel that are responsible for Nigeria consuming up to 100 million barrels of fuel per day. Liters, sorry to say. Now, where I'm going is this. Government already knew what they want to do. When Ibe Kachuku was in power, he was able to be transparent as much as he could. Then we knew what our consumption was like, and we knew where what and what was going. The challenge I have with this administration is that President Muhammadu Buhari knew that Nigeria is a country that is spending so much on subsidy. And so long as we keep importing and bringing in crude oil, we keep bringing in refined products, Nigerians will have to spend more. What I thought they should have done is the way we have Shell, Chevron, and other multinationals in PPP with our exploration here, we should bring in personalities that will also refine.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mark, for that. We have a couple of comments on YouTube. Okay, I'll take this one from Bamidele Ayodele Idowu. Glorious morning, Tayo and Gbemi. Thank you very much. Thanks for this morning tonic every morning. Brilliant, Austin and Doctor. These guys are first class in analysis. Thank you very much for that. Kudos. One more thing, you hardly show up Austin's face. Okay, we'll work on that. Thank you very much, Bamidele Idowu.
All right, let's go on a short break. When we return, we'll take more calls.
Hello, good afternoon. How may I help you, please?
Yes, I would like to buy data to watch plenty videos. You know now, music, sports, in short, everything on YouTube.
What is your budget, sir?
As low as possible.
Well, how does 50 naira for an hour sound?
50 naira for 1 hour? Ha! Talk true!
Yes, with Glow YouTube plan, you can stream all your favorite YouTube videos for as low as 50 naira.
Hey, what do I do?
Simply dial *777# to get started.
Get the super affordable YouTube time-based plans from Glow and start feasting on your favorite YouTube videos for as low as 50 naira for 1 hour during the day and 50 naira for 5 hours at night. Dial *777#, select data, select social bundle, and select YouTube to choose the Glow YouTube plan that's just right for you.
Glow Unlimited.
The lights are on and the stage is set for the next music sensation. Who will be the next Nigerian idol? Watch the live performances every Sunday at 7 p.m. and keep your favorite contestant only by voting. Vote via SMS by texting VOTE and your favorite contestant's number to 32053. Each SMS costs 30 naira. You can also vote for free on the website africamagic.tv/Nigerian Idol or get a Woof votes by downloading the My DSTV or My GoTV app for more voting power. Keep your fave in the game. Voting starts on Sundays and ends Wednesdays. Nigerian Idol, sponsored by Techno Mobile and Biggie Drinks.
Egbògi kan ti délẹ̀ yìí, egbògi àtẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣe ni, ó dára fẹ̀jẹ̀ gidi gan. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o. Veneto cleanser ló ń jẹ́ o.
Ojú rẹ̀ ṣàǹjọ̀lọ̀ lójoojúmọ́ kí làṣírí ẹ wà rí.
Veneton cleanser ni.
Já mi sí ọ̀rẹ́.
Veneton cleanser. Egbògi àtẹ́jẹ̀ṣe tí bádọ̀tí ara wọ̀ yá ìjà rẹ̀ wọ́n mọ́lẹ̀ ṣe wọ́n yẹbẹyẹbẹ. Inú tó ń kú tó ń dàrú gbòdògbòdò. Kò bára rẹ̀ èrí inú ẹ̀jẹ̀. Amọ̀nà ti dé o. Veneton cleanser. Egbògi àtẹ́jẹ̀ṣe tí a fi ewé àti egbò ṣe ní ọ̀nà tìgbàlódé. NAFDAC Fòǹtẹ̀lù MA1 Nigeria Limited ni wọ́n gbé Veneton cleanser jáde. A wà ní nọ́mbà 17 Ọba Akínyẹlé off Adeogun Street, Aláàfin Avenue, Olúyọ̀lé Estate, Ring Road, Ìbàdàn. Telephone 08034051533. Fún títà àti rírà, ìwọ náà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Veneton cleanser. Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn egbòogi tí ya gbogbo kòkòrò inú ẹ̀jẹ̀ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.
94.9.
32 FM 94.9. 009 7949 0705 5949. We have a caller here. Good morning to you, sir.
Hello, Tayo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Alaji calling back.
30 seconds, Alaji.
You see, during the killing in Benue, the Mr. President sent IGP to go and spend 3 months. Immediately, about a day or two, they were in Abuja together. He didn't say anything. So how can you expect other security agents or people under him to respect his order? So that's what he caused all these things for himself. Thank you.
Thank you, Alaji. 009-7000-949 to join the conversation in the studio.
You can also call 0705-5000-949.
Hello, good morning, Bemi.
Good morning to you.
Yes, Comrade Modology. Good morning, Austin. Good morning, sir. For one of these, I will create a to take picture with you, Austin. I'm so proud of you. Now, in respect of insecurity in the Northeast, you do not expect this administration to achieve any success in respect of insurgency. If the entire country and the international community could be watching us when they are calling the attention of the Mr. President to terrorist apologies in his cabinet, of which Austin has analyzed fantastically this morning. And yet these terrorist apologies are confessed and he has admitted it. How do you expect them to win? Because the rest terrorists in the country have been emboldened by the attitude and the posture of this president. Because they cannot win the battle because they share the view of this Isa Pantami. There is no justification for maintaining Isa Pantami in the cabinet. That is one. Concerning the protest in Kaduna, I don't know why those at the corridor of power deprive and kill the peaceful protester. And I'm wondering for how long are we going to be shedding the innocent blood of Nigeria for exercising the fundamental right? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade. 0705-5000-949, 0809-7000-949. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Akilo is my name.
All right.
Well, I just want to commend our Nigerian troops. At least, ever since Mr. President has uttered the word, they will deal with anybody with language they understand. I believe they've been trying to deal with the insurgency and the like. So I want to use this medium to appeal to our darling governor too. Let him come out, probably redry us because as we speak now, in front of close to Ventura, we don't know what we call them or whatever. Day before yesterday night, some set of bandits or what do we call them came there, boggled everybody, and shot someone there too. So whereby we are using this medium too, agree with legalism and some other criminal elements. Let Mr. Governor come out and address them. Everybody, when I'm going out now, you just have to keep reciting some protective verses of either from the Quran or the Bible or whatever. Nowhere is safe as far as Nigeria is concerned. And let our governor do the needful rather than trying to do some jamboree or whatever.
Thank you very much for that headline. We can take one or two more calls. Diesel price jumps to 280 naira. LCCI says inflation would rise.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, everybody. Big John Oladiwaju from Madu. Security agency. I think the people is smuggling the for. To me, it's just like another game. Crazy of the fight. What the federal government is.
Okay, that line is not very good. Hello, good morning. Hello. All right, we lost that call. Austin was going to say something about the rise in diesel price.
Regulated, it's market determined now, the price, but I think as at yesterday the price jumped up to 280. That is too exorbitant. It will kill a lot of businesses in Nigeria because as a result of lack of electricity, so many industries, companies rely on diesel for their power. So this will increase production costs, and at the end of the day, it will also increase cost of living. Don't forget the purchasing power of the people has been weakened already. Mm-hmm. So we want the federal government to come into this. One of the major reasons is the crude price at the global market. Then the what do you call it? The exchange rate is another issue that is militating against it. Then another factor is the devaluation of our own currency. It has not really helped us in this dimension. So let's government wade into it so that we not have a situation where businesses will be closing shop. When they close shop, they will lay off people. Unemployment will further increase again. Crime rate will also increase. And life will become economically more unbearable for the people. So let the government see whatever they can do to look at this price of AGO, which is popularly called diesel.
Thank you very much. We can't take more calls. Prince Olad on YouTube, we see you. Kudos to you guys. May God continue to bless you. May God continue to bless you too. Thank you very much, Austin.
Thank you,
for the analysis this morning, and thanks to all those who listened. My name is GBEMISOLA.
We hope next time you show your face, Austin.
Sure, yeah. We promise to work on that.
My name is OLUTAYO, OGUNADE. Good morning.
You've never listened to radio like this before.
You can bet that you've never listened to radio like this before. It's the voice of happiness. 32 FM 94.9.